Locking the door now.
Okay, got my revolver. Know what would make this game cool? So if it was free roam and this like cabin was your safe place, your hub, and like you could explore this area, that would be cool. I hope it isn't all like a linear experience. I mean, I wouldn't complain if it was, but...
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
I don't know, Barry just doesn't seem like he cares. He's just too focused on making money and being an agent. Alright, what brand is this? Non-branded, I see.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
So there's a real threat going on, and there's like another reality threat of the nightmares and the Taken. I really wonder, this is really interesting. Okay, well there's a Velociraptor crow from Bloodborne.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really. Just taking the idea.
Oh, excuse me?
A little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen.
Let's turn on the lights.
Yes, exactly that. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Well, considering your track record,
I'm not gonna wait around.
probably pretty happy with you.
They're out there. They're waiting for me. Oh man, it's doing really good tricks. Like genuine tricks. Ooh. Earthquake? Maybe it is that concussion working on me. And unfortunately, I've just had my wife kidnapped. And that's actually true. Knock, knock. Oh, here we go again.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
Let's watch this.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
So.
Yeah, but why would you do that?
Right up in that
you're a nice
camera.
guy. Normal. Took your kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face.
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry.
It's like me editing videos with zoom-ins. I don't really understand that one. I wonder. I that kind of went over my head a little bit. I don't understand the big punchline for that. Excuse me? The Ravens, they're getting close. They've scattered. And they're gone instantly. Ah, what a lovely pair. Elderwood Nature Trail, Lover's Peak, Moonshine Cave. What a wonderful place. Phone probably doesn't work. It's good old government money going to good use. Do not feed wildlife. Okay, that's obviously not the button to press to go into manuscript. I'm gonna have to figure out how that is. That's a lot of pages.
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
This is interesting. All these characters are coming together in this small town. I'm starting to recognize the names and starting to recognize who they are. Guess you really do know everyone in a small town, since I, live in one. There we go.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
God, man. That's really something. It almost reminds me of,
The vision left me weak. This was no head injury.
oh crap.
Rusty, damn.
It's Rusty.
I'm coming! Please, help me!
This reminds me of the Inkheart series or whatever it is. Where the first book was crap and the rest were actually pretty good, but they did a movie on the first one and it was just as crap.
Help! Help me!
Hello?
Back here! I'm back here! Hey!
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must. The lights in the office. I have the key.
He's going to turn,
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
just like on the page.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
Should I pick up this revolver? He won't be able to defend himself. I'm not going to pick it up. I'm going to leave it there just in case.
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
It's so weird.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
You know, this would probably make a good book in of itself when it's all finished. Let's get that revolver ammo, batteries.
I was too late.
Oh
Someone
no.
had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Take the axe.
Rusty! The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Oh no, not the dog. Get out of here.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Please! Don't feed the animals.
I almost expected the mammoth skeleton to be missing because he said mammoth-sized hole.
Bridges up, Park. License.
Wonder why they're just saying this weird stuff, like very weird standard stuff. It's him, it's Rusty. That's why he's talking about the fishing licenses.
Obey. Rangers instructions.
I knew it.
Times.
Rusty? Rusty, no!
Never. Approach closer than 100 yards. 2 bears and wolves. Never approach any other wolves. Closer than. Pets must be leashed. All times. Never leave your pet unattended. It is against the law to remove any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park.
Get down here.
This includes even you may find along the river or even simple berries.
Come on. Yeah, I bet you don't like that. Take that. Take that. So sorry, Rusty. Uh-oh. They're breaking through. This is much better with the controller, by the way. I feel like this is way better with the controller. I'm glad I stuck to the controller, even though it's a little wonky with moving forward. What if the dog has been transformed? What can't this darkness take? That's the question.
What? What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
I'm getting kind of Evil Within vibes now, where you don't know if it's like inside a simulation or if it's real life. I'm getting some serious Evil Within vibes now. In fact, I can't stop thinking about Evil Within now. This is very much like it. I'm sure it took heavy inspiration. Stay on designated trails. Well, I guess that must be true.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
I don't like this. But here's Moonshine Cave. Smuggled from Canada. I know it was near Canada, wherever this place is. Oh, this is some prime turn off. I'm turning off my light. I'm gonna make it completely dark in here. Now we're talking. This is atmosphere. You people should also be watching this with headphones and completely in the dark. You know, it isn't really a spooky game for me. Like, this doesn't get to me. Very few games do get to me. I'm playing it for the story and for the gameplay, and just because I always heard it was very good. And you know what? I am enjoying it. And I'm sure if I played it back in the day, it would be so much more mind-blowing. It's just nowadays you have such high quality games, I guess. Such good graphics, such good atmosphere. It's just become a staple. Games like this probably made it the staple. Oh crap. Oh, I didn't see you. Oh my god, I really got hit. Did their darkness come back? The gunplay and the dodging feels really good. I really like that part. Portables and septic eye. Someone needs to hang up that phone. This is very atmospheric. Is there yellow arrows? Should I even go this way? Yeah, manuscript.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
Nobody... Al fell off the face of the earth. It was that woman in the funeral garb. That was the only thing that was off at the diner.